Hello, 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 everybody. She has a voice, yes, oh my god, she has a voice. For those of you who have been following me on Twitter, or do follow me on Twitter, you will know that over the last couple of days I'd blown my voice out, and have not been able to kind of hold up to a schedule that I have typically wanted to, and I apologize for that. I kind of wanted to throw out an update video here, because as it is the beginning of November, and I've kind of been sort of cryptic about things that are going on, and things that are happening behind the scenes, and that sort of thing. I wanted to clear the air, because now I really have a moment to be able to do that. So, to start off, the channel, well, actually, to start off, first of all, after the end, so you guys have noticed that there's not been a part 4 to be posted on Halloween like I originally wanted to. Basically, there hasn't been a video that's been out this week, and the reason for that is because my voice has been blown. I have a script to be sent off, and even if I did send it off, I couldn't exactly record because I don't have a voice with which to do it. That delay was completely accidental. I apologize, and I would also like to apologize to Night Blossom ASMR, my wonderful, wonderful co-star in this whole deal, for basically that happening, and for it not having the nice dramatic touch that I really wanted it to, and also as an apology to the third person that is in this audio, and yes, there will be a third person in this one later. You know, I had just, my voice had just gotten thrown out, and it was accidental, and if I had maybe 3 or 4 extra hours, I probably could have done everything that I wanted to do and have everything finished the way that it was. But that wasn't exactly the case. And it wasn't the case because of this other point that I would like to make. With regards to things going on in my personal life. So we recently moved a quarter of the way across the country, and it turns out that our stop here in this state is only a stop, and it's not something a bit more permanent like we were initially thinking that it might be. My heart has gotten on a plane and has flown halfway across the world. What I mean by that is my significant other has accepted a job in another country, of which will remain anonymous for the time being. Some people do know, but I would rather keep that sort of in wraps for the moment, just because I would rather keep it in wraps. They're okay. They're doing great. They are excited about this job opportunity, but the problem is that it means that, at least for the meantime, I'm stuck here. And we didn't know that they were going to be moving out to get this job until about a week or 2 after we'd moved to this location. So as you can imagine, that creates a lot of moving parts and a lots of understanding of responsibilities and who tackles what, and you know, here you go, here's the financials, honey, you're kind of responsible for all of it now, and things like that. And, you know, people, there was a very quiet, but it did exist, discussion on how often I've been mentioning where you can find ways to support me prior to the move to the location that I'm currently at. And, you know, I think that anybody can kind of understand that when you make the decision to move, and then you end up moving in less than 4 weeks, it's kind of hard not to think about money. And, you know, on top of all of that, you guys have been so amazing in asking for ways that you can support and in ways that you can help. And, you know, not everybody who subscribes or who follows you on Twitter or Instagram or Tumblr or any place like that is gonna see that message at the same time. And so, you know, when you're a content creator, one of the kind of uncomfortable aspects of it is you sort of have to pimp yourself out a lot. I mean, that's just sort of the business. You know, if you're starting a new business, you don't keep it to yourself and hope that people just sort of wander by. You reach a point where you kind of have to advertise it. And so to anybody who thought that I was doing it for the sake of getting attention or getting money or, you know, my ideas on the channel in general just completely going south and becoming more self-centered, that was not the intention at all. It was a way that people could find me, and that people could easily find the links with which to support me like they've been asking for. And, you know, with the stress of a move, there's a very good chance that I didn't articulate things the way that I had wanted to, or that instead of what I thought was coming off as informative was instead coming off as, you know, click this link, give me money. Yeah, that's not the intention whatsoever. It was simply to have an easy place where all this stuff was together and all that kind of stuff. So that said, there's been a lot of discussion between content creators right now, and many of you guys have probably seen it with other creators, ASMRists, across social media. Morgan Audio has had some problems with it. Night Blossom has had some problems with it. You know, just to name a few people who have posted basically that YouTube's guidelines for monetization is completely askew and is not clear, and there's been a lot of tough times for people who use this as either a second job or a second form of income or as their primary job. And, you know, they have a point. YouTube's guidelines really aren't very clear. There are things that have been posted on YouTube that are incredibly family-friendly, that have no swearing, no questionable imagery, all fun, good times, and YouTube will take it down, but not necessarily describe why they have taken it down. Meanwhile, horrible propagandist-type material, anti-LGBTQ type stuff is kept alive and flowing and well on YouTube, and nobody understands why. So it's not unusual for these content creators to try and find a different way that they can promote themselves and not have to use YouTube and their unclear guidelines as, you know, a way to help financially benefit themselves. And one of the ways that that people have been helping out themselves, and I'd like to give a quick shout out and thank you to Night Blossom ASMR for showing me this, but is an app called Tingles. And what Tingles is, it's incredibly simple. It's an app that you can find. You can download it for free on the Apple iTunes Store or on the Google Play Store. And you download it, you search for your favorite MSMRists, and boom. You pretty much have it set up the most ideal way that you would want to. And you're really helping the content creator in a more beneficial way for both of you than what YouTube currently has. You know, with Tingles, you are able to listen to any video with the phone locked. So the audio will still go through. If you lock your phone and you're wanting to go to sleep or whatever, you don't want to have the screen going, you don't have to. With Tingles, lock your phone, still listen to whatever you'd like to listen to. They also do not run ads in the middle of their videos. So if you've watched anything that I have produced recently and there has been an ad that has popped up on a video, either in the middle or beforehand, and it blows your ears out, and then you have, you know, a video to watch. I've definitely had that experience myself. Tingles does not do that. It does not play ads in the middle of any video, at the beginning of any video, nothing like that whatsoever. And the way that it benefits the content creator is really very simple. Are you watching any minutes of my videos? You're helping me. Are you watching full-blown videos and multiple full-blown videos? You're helping me. Are you subscribing to me via Tingles? You're helping me. Are you giving me tips via Tingles? You're helping me. And that's really all you have to do. You don't have to contribute, you don't have to do a monthly thing, you don't have to do anything like that other than sit down and listen. So basically the point of it is this. I am now on Tingles. Every video that I post on YouTube will be available on Tingles. The erotic content will still be Patreon exclusive, but there will be things that will be Tingles exclusive. The other nice thing about Tingles is that, you know, there's some things that I can't do on Patreon that are a little bit copyrighted, and something that I've wanted to do, but I've been too nervous to play around on YouTube for, is to do a bedtime story type series that aren't necessarily bedtime stories, but maybe they're just novels that I really like, that I can read. And, you know, sometimes people to sleep just need a very soothing, a very calm voice, and that's something that I would like to provide to my audience, and that will be a Tingles exclusive. It's not starting right away. It's something that I still kind of have to feel out a little bit in terms of, again, copyrights and stuff like that. But it is something that I would like to do. So there will be exclusive things to Patreon, there will be exclusive things to Tingles, and YouTube will stay exactly the same. It will still get videos, it will still get previews, it will still get all that stuff, because I'm basically using it as like the home base, but I'm branching out into other opportunities to basically eventually not have to use YouTube. I would love to make a website one of these days, but that's not exactly something that I have available to me at this exact moment. Then again, who knows? I say that, and one of you brilliant Wigglesworthians are going to come out of the woodwork and are going to write a comment that's something like, actually, you can have a website here for free where you can put all your stuff, and I'll be like, well, hot damn. And then we'll go from there. But as of this moment, if you want to help me out in the most simple way possible, Tingles is pretty much the place to go. Speaking of exclusive content on certain areas, a lot of you who are patrons have known that I have been planning an exclusive series for you guys. I've not forgotten about you. I've just not been in a position where I've been able to really flesh it out, so to speak, wink wink, the way that I've really wanted to. Now I have that opportunity. What I would like to be doing here, starting this month, possibly not this week, but I hope by next week, what I'd like to be doing is I'd like to be posting a few more of the erotic content on YouTube, or excuse me, on Patreon, with the previews on YouTube, and giving you guys definitely a bit more bang for your buck. No pun intended. Ugh. I've been incredibly appreciative of you guys who have gone onto Patreon and who have supported me and who have been the encouragers that you have, and who have you guys are just amazing, and I really cannot thank you enough for what you have done for me, for what you've done for the significant other, for what you've done for our peace of minds. There's so much that goes into this type of stuff. There's a lot of work that goes into it, and it really does mean a lot that people want to support and to help out and try to make things easier. This is awesome, and I have you guys to thank for that. So be on the lookout for that. That will be starting up here soon. I want to give you guys more Patreon exclusive content. I want to give you Tingles exclusive content, and of course I want to keep up with the ASMR roleplays on YouTube. And speaking of, I hope that I will be able to get to a point where I am posting twice a week, and hopefully in the very near future, maybe 3 times a week. And we can just keep everything going. This has been incredible. I'm sitting here with 8,000 subscribers, a little bit more than 8,000 subscribers as of this recording, and I cannot believe the incredible journey that this channel has taken me on, and the stories that I've read from you guys, and the people who have been willing to talk to me and to talk about anything and everything. You guys are amazing. You guys are valid. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. You have a purpose on this earth, and by God, you're gonna live it. And I cannot thank you enough for what you do for me and for allowing me into your lives a little bit at a time. It means more than I could possibly express, but I hope that the content available in the future will be one way of thanking you guys and showing you just how much it has meant to me. So to kind of recap everything, I'm available on Tingles. There will be a link to all of this below. I'll put it in the little doobly-doo, as John Green says, in the little descriptor box in the bottom of the video. Patreon is going to start getting more content here soon. Wink wink. Keep your eyes open for that. Things on YouTube will stay the same. You'll get previews, you'll get exclusive videos, and I'm going to start working this month on being able to post twice a week. And, man, life behind the scenes has been absolutely crazy, and I thank you guys so much for sticking with me through every single piece of it. After the end will be concluded as soon as possible. It doesn't mean that multi-videos per week on YouTube is going to be starting as soon as that is finished. It just means that the series is going to be finished, and thank you guys for being patient on that. I'm sorry that I couldn't end it on Halloween, but like I said, shit happens. and it was a little bit out of my control. But that will be over soon, and then we'll be cruising into November and into December and into the new year with all new videos, all new possibilities, and all new chances to take thanks to you guys. You're awesome, you're wonderful, and I cannot tell you enough how much I appreciate what you have done for me and how you have changed my life in the most dramatic of ways. And hey, you know what? 2019 is going to be the year of trying new things. So, how's about at some point maybe in the summer, assuming that everything goes well, what do you say we do a charity stream? I'm up for that, and I hope you'd be up for it too. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you soon.